just
I don't even know what.
that was great. We should play it again just for funsies.
How did you take over? I don't
I didn't
understand.
take over. I just never about taking over. That was never my goal. My goal was to enhance. And I've definitely done that. I've raised the bar. I mean, you brought Dave in. Dave has to be a part of this whole thing. So Dave is now a part of this whole thing.
I don't
See?
even. I got nothing.
Chris loves it as well. It's perfect. We're gonna have to play it multiple times for people so they can see the new intro.
Yeah, it's a good one. Another nice intro. Good. Everyone loves the intro.
Yeah, see, it's perfect. That's 100% agreement of people watching the intro that loved it.
I noticed that the background was purple, and I'm like, all right, that's weird.
The West super secret surprise happened early.
I
I mean, there's still another super secret surprise, but still, that was a good one. That was good.
I'm playing it again.
Awesome.
I don't get it.
It's party time in here, let me tell you. So good.
That song's not ruined. I used to love that song, and now it's ruined. Because now I'm not going to unsee the flamingo dancing.
Ah, it's so good. I love it. It's perfect.
It
couldn't have been better.
Yeah, it's banging. It looks good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, there is a flamingo
good.
dance. So Chris, you and Chris are getting along, apparently.
I found Chris to be quite amenable to my super secret surprises.
Multiple?
Yeah, I mean, when they happen, I mean, it is what it is, right?
Sure. I'm always on edge now on Fridays. I used to like Fridays. Now I don't like Fridays. Yes, we're late. I don't want anything to break tradition, Chris. That's how it works. God damn it. No, it looks good. It looks good. I'll definitely say it looks good.
Great. Yeah. Bianca does an amazing job. I'm very excited that that you put me in touch with her, and ooh, acid splash. Nice. Cocktail sour, very nice.
Yeah. Look at that.
That's a pretty nice dragon. I actually really like those labels a lot.
They do a great job. Dave's brother Tim, I might have said it, but he's done work for us before I knew anybody for a couple things, but for us it was called Super Fogies. It's a comic, like a graphic novel comic that I think it was a webtoon for a while that had superheroes when they like go to retire, they go to this retirement home, but they're still kind of superheroes.
Nice.
And they have old grudges and stuff. It's great. And he did the art for that. And when Jason saw that Bullfinch was opening up in the mall and noticed the logo had a D20 in it. I don't know if it translates, but there's a D20
Nice.
there. You might be able to see it here even better. All right.
Okay, yep.
So he's like, you should go talk to this place because they have a D20 in the logo. And I sent it to DeVito. I was talking about finding a new location. He's like, oh, what are you thinking about? I'm like, this place called Bullfinch is opening up. And he's like, Bullfinch, that's funny. This guy, like, that was his company. It was called Bullfinch something, but it was the illustrator. He's like, send me the logo. And I sent him the logo. He's like, God damn it, that's Tim. Like, I think I know the guy. I'm like, there's no way you know them. So he reached out and he's like, hey, like, put us in touch, met Dave and his brother. And we've been there ever since. It's been over almost 2 years now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Year and a half. Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, he does the art for these and they're great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yep.
I like a good beer logo.
My favorite part about it, I might have mentioned this on the show last time I did one, but my favorite part about it is, you know how sometimes like the label will be like, you'll get notes of vanilla and oak and whatever the hell. Dave creates a story.
Oh, nice.
And in the story are the ingredients that you'll taste, like how like hoppy it is, or what tastings you'll have, and it's in the story. It's so well thought out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Definitely have to
yeah.
go there.
It's so well
Sounds
when
cool.
you're in town, we're definitely gonna go there.
For sure.
But yeah, it's the stories are great. So welcome now that we're a few minutes in. Welcome to the first episode of Dave being in the logo. Tonight we got we're going to talk about I'd say that that was the surprise, the Wild West surprise, but I'm sure you got something else. Great. We're going to chat a
One of
little
them.
bit. We got we're going to be seeing each other Sunday, I assume.
Yep.
In Kentucky for GAMA, so we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we have 2 games we're going to play. One new to me that West will be teaching to me, and one new to West that I'll be teaching to West and all of you. Dandelions and Sequoia from AllPlay, formerly known as BoardGameTables.com. So that's our agenda. How you doing, my friend? What's up?
It has been a really great week, actually. I've had a lot of fun. And I got in, I don't know if we should ever talk about this, but I just think it's super cool. Games that we got in this week. I don't know if we talked about it last week or not, but I was super excited. I got Black Mold in
Oh,
from
nice.
John DeCampos or at Terrible Games. Love the game. We got a chance to demo it early. It was such a fun, unique game. For those of you who don't know, the whole premise is that your turn lasts as long as you can hold your breath. So as you're taking turns, you're trying to piece together these neural cards so that you can move to a different area, but you're losing oxygen literally in your brain, which makes it harder and harder to piece these different puzzle pieces together. So it's an incredibly well done game. It's very unique. It's kind of that dark metal aesthetic and thematic in the same vent, because you're literally going through a cavern that has black mold all over the walls, and that has started changing and killing people. So you're trying not to breathe it in. So that's the reason why you're like holding your breath on your turn. Really cool, interesting idea. And then this week, I also got another game in that I'm super excited about, which is Dodo's Riding Dinos,
Oh, yeah.
Dodo Dash, which is a super cool, the next version of Dodo's Riding Dinos that I already love. And then my son Caden and I play all the time. Like a
That's
dexterity
Letterman
racing
games,
game.
right?
What's that?
That's Letterman.
No, that one is Draco Studios.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was Letterman games. Oh, that's cool.
No,
I have the original.
Detestable and Draco both are like kind of the same group, I guess. So
Nice.
yeah, but they're super. Number one, they're super nice folks, and number two, the game is awesome. So
Yeah,
I love
the base game, the original one I got.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that's funny. A friend of mine was at that store in Rochester, Millennium, and was sending pictures of all the new stuff, and Black Mold was there, and I picked that up too. The concept of it seems super cool.
oh,
I love the art.
it's awesome. Yeah, I got the extra characters and stuff too, so super happy about that. I'm
Nice.
very excited. Yeah. How about yourself? Did you get anything exciting this week?
I did. Collab just delivered today.
Mm.
That looks beautiful. I got the HP. What is it? HP Love.
HP Lovecraft.
No. Lovekins, HP Lovekins. It's a
Sure.
cat. It's a Cthulhu cat wearing the
Nice.
bow tie this week.
Love it.
Super cool production value. Comes with this little tower with all the neoprene mats in it. It's a dice worker placement engine builder. It looks fantastic. It's co-designed by Mr. Gilmore. So
Nice.
I love everything he does.
Yep.
Got a couple things over there. Yeah, on Monday's show, we had Andrew Stiles. If you don't know Andrew, Andrew's an awesome human. And we talked about our favorite box covers from 2023, the art from the covers.
Yeah.
And they're beautiful. I talked to you, like Ice is beautiful.
Oh yeah.
I need to know everything about that game. But two that they brought up were Prophecy and Portals.
Yeah, Portals is gorgeous. That's
Portals looks
an absolutely
beautiful.
beautiful art. Yeah.
So when we're done with the show on Monday night, I went on and ordered it, and then I went into the local shop on QsCon Tuesday, and they had Prophecy on the shelf, and I impulse bought it because I'm like, oh, we just talked about that. It's beautiful. I need it, and I forgot I ordered it. So Tuesday I picked up one, and Wednesday another one showed up. But it is beautiful. I haven't opened up Portals yet, but Prophecy is beautiful.
Nice.
Also, I got this one a little while ago. Actually, I picked this up. So was it Boardtopia? Not Boardtopia. I think it's, who's the one in Jersey? The local shop in Jersey that was donating to the charity.
That's a great question. Yeah, I believe it's Boardtopia.
So there was a charity at Level Up that was working. The local shop in Jersey works with them, and they were donating 5% of everything that was bought that weekend to the charity. And the charity's awesome. They're getting games into home, like foster homes, and dealing with children. That it's awesome thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
And this is one of the ones that I bought. I don't even know when this came out. 2022. So this wouldn't count, but it would be right up your alley. This is one of the ones I bought from them.
Hens, nice.
So you have cards, and the cards have a certain type of breed on it, and the color, and there's some scoring cards, and you got to put them in a 4x3 or a 3x4, and you're trying to get similar colors next to each other to score, based on the herd or something like that. So it's a little card game, but I learned it this week. I got it then, but I learned it this week. So
nice.
Yeah,
that looks a lot like Backyard Chickens. That I got. Have Backyard Chickens. And they also have whoops, where is it? There you go. They also have cards as well. And you're setting things together. Very fun, very cool game. That they actually put out because so you know how when that whole shipping crisis thing happened, right? There were people who asked for more money. About. There were people who did weird things, and then there were companies that were like, hey, I want to find another way to make this work for us. So this company, which is August Games, they put out Gnome Rise of the Gnomes. Fantastic game, by the way. Probably one of the sleeper hits of 2002, maybe 2001. I don't know, something like that.
2001.
Yeah, or no, 2021. Sorry.
Oh, I'm like, wow, this is dated. Okay.
No, it's really good game. Excellent game. Really, really unique. Very, very fun. I have a great time playing it. But because they were in that same situation of, hey, these canister things are costing a lot more money than they were before, they put up another Kickstarter for Backyard Chickens and said, guys, you don't have to back this if you don't want to. This is an option for us to help raise more money to be able to ship more stuff across because this game will be easier and cheaper for us to produce. So that's literally what they did. And that was how it worked. That's how they saved their company and made everything work. So I thought it was a really cool idea. So of course I bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like it's got a little more cartoony art. It
a
looks
little
like the
bit more.
Of a Beastie Boys album, the Chickens.
It does kind of, yeah. It does give you that like Beastie Boy like artwork stuff.
That's funny.
Pretty cool.
Cool.
It's a fun little game too.
Not familiar with that one. Oh, it's so good. Oh. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Are you ready?
No.
For your next and almost last surprise?
No. So the first thing, like and subscribe while you're here.
Definitely do that. Part 2. Yeah.
Takes a second. You can go do your thing and click the buttons and you know all the stuff that you're supposed to slam a bell. I don't know how that all works, but do whatever you got to do. If there's something there, click it. I thought we would talk about GAMA for a bit under announcements.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be there next week.
That'd be awesome.
Cool. Technically, any other announcements, obviously.
Expo, right? Isn't this what we're supposed to call it? Is the Expo? It's the GAMA Expo.
Yep. Oh, it's not like anybody calls Origins Gamma, even though Gamma runs Origins. There's a Gamma, and it's like calling Essen Essen. It's not Essen. It's in Essen,
Right.
but everyone
Yeah.
calls it Essen.
True.
Right. So the GAMA Expo
Mm.
is next week, and it's for the first time in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Way closer.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be about a 10-hour. It's about driving to Gen Con for me, so it's about 10-hour drive. It's obviously shorter to fly, but it'll be a fun trip because I get to go with Keith, who I don't know if you know yet. Thank you for subscribing. So yeah, it's in Kentucky, and I have a checklist of things that I need to get done while I'm there. They do not involve board games at all. I want to find myself some bourbon that's not Jack Daniels.
Okay.
Like a true,
That's
like a
easy to
small
do.
batch kind of bourbon from Kentucky. That's because only Kentucky bourbon can be brewed in Kentucky or distilled in Kentucky. Right. So I want to find something that's not, and I love Jack Honey. I love Jack Fire, but I want to find something that's not Jack, that's like small and not known and wide, whatever. And I want to get a Louisville Slugger for both Luca and Mika with their names on it.
Nice.
That is
those
my
two
checklist.
things.
That's it.
Those two things are like within walking distance of the Galt.
Are they really?
Yeah, the Louisville Slugger plant is literally a block west of the Galt, the place where Gamma is,
Right,
and then just south of that is a distillery. So like you can literally do it all at the same time.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then on top of that, there'll be what we're doing is game night Monday, Tuesday night, showing off charcuterie and mission control and a little preview of stuff to come. Some of the stuff you've already seen. So that's going to be my next few days. What are you up to?
So I have the opportunity to show off Rove, which is fantastic. So I'm very much looking forward to doing that. We have a couple of new pieces to show. We've got a new player board that we're excited about, and we have some acrylic minis to kind of show the concepts for what we're doing, which is great. I also brought one of the big painted minis with me as well, or will bring one of the big painted minis with me as well. So that'll be super cool. And then also just continuing to set up relationships with retailers in hopes that we can increase our total pledges, because the pledge for Rove is going to be $99 for just the retail version of the game. So that is a significant discount off of what the total cost of the MSRP will be for the game. And we're not going into distribution with it other than our own personal selves at this point. So,
right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so, Tony, we'll see you there. Definitely need to connect at some point.
Yeah.
And
I'm also meeting with a couple of distributors to look at games that are coming out, because being that we have a channel, I figure put some of those contacts to the test and then see if we can get some fun, new, exciting things to play.
Absolutely.
Because I love indie studios, and the more indie studios that we can showcase here on the channel, I think the better everyone will be for it. So,
well, speaking of, we do need to figure out a time to play another mission from Conquest Princess, because that was way too fun to not do again.
Agreed. I still thankfully have the prototype, so.
Yes, he kept it for you. I also realized that on my phone, I can do an ultra wide thing. I don't know if your phone does that, so maybe we can get more stuff in on the screen as well.
It would be able to do that, yes.
Yep. So yeah, that's great. My wish list of what I want to play, because I think it would look stellar from top down. So,
yep, I'm working on it.
Cool.
We'll see what I can
whatever you're doing, we don't have a booth. We're taking meetings during the day. Same thing, retail outreach, and want to have meetings and connect with people while we're there. The only thing really that I'm locked up for is setting up for a game night, 9 to midnight, Monday, Tuesday. So if you have any, we'll talk soon, but if there's anything that I can help with or something, we can both do, I'm in.
Yeah. If you need help with your game night as well, just let me know. I'm happy to assist in any way.
We're not doing anything. Come hang out. It'll be a good time.
Cool. I know there's also a Mongolian grill, not a Mongolian grill. whatever the the one where they have meat on a stick and the dude's walking around with it. There's one of those.
Brazilian?
Like, yeah, thank you. Brazilian
Brazilian
Grill
Steakhouse. Yeah.
just down the street as well, and that has like that's got to be the greatest eating experience I've ever had in my entire life. Literally just men walking around with meat on a stick, and they're like, "Would you like some?" And then they just take off a piece of that meat and give it to you and put it on your plate. And it's a unlimited meat bar.
What made it that good for you? Was it the fact that the men were walking around showcasing their meat, or was it the food, or what was it?
It was that there was so many men walking around showcasing their meat that I could eat.
Gotcha.
Was just really, really good.
Gotcha. Yeah, we
They
had
did
one of
have a
those.
salad bar as well, but
Sure, because you want to
yeah,
waste room with lettuce.
it's just a thought. You put it on the plate, it makes it look pretty.
Sure, so you can take your picture and then take the green right off there.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like anybody's eating that stuff. So
No, there was a steakhouse in the casino, half hour away from here, and it had a rock. Like, the name of the place is Turning Stone, so there's a stone, right? And it had whatever.
okay.
And on one side of the rock was green, and it had the logo on it green. On the other side was red. And if it was green, they were relentless at coming over to you with their sword of meat that they would shave off. You had to turn it to red, or they would be right up on you, ready to put more stuff on your plate.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I got one of everything, and then I flipped my little cardboard thing over
right.
and was like, all right, I'm good for a minute.
Grilled pineapple is fantastic. And good to
Grilled
see you, Bob.
pineapple is amazing.
What's going on, Bob? Bob is probably with, I don't know if he does it on Friday night, but Bob has a group of people he posts in the Discord constantly. They play maybe a dozen games every time they get together, and he posts these pictures of all the games they played. It's fantastic. I love looking at it. Yep. Actually, I think it was yesterday. Remember the game I was telling you about, Bosk, that had the no?
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
They
With the
played
trees.
it.
Yeah.
They played it last night.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it made me want to play it again. It's such a beautiful game. Like the board state as it grows into trees and then it comes down into leaves. Like it's a beautifully well done game.
That's
all
cool.
right. So what else? Any other announcements?
When
are you getting in? Sunday night?
Sunday, probably around 2. I'm leaving really early on Sunday morning, like 3 or 4 or something.
Okay.
And then driving. So my goal is to get there by 2 o'clock. It's about 7 hours for me.
All right. Yeah, I'll be in right around dinner.
Cool.
I
want to I don't see quite as many things to do as there were in Reno. So I'm interested to see if maybe they're going to be adding stuff, or if it's just kind of, this is the first year at this, we're testing some stuff and seeing how things are going. I kind of like it being a little bit more free, though, not to be fair, because that means that there's more opportunity to socialize and talk to people and make those connections that, frankly, GAMA's really great about doing. So
it definitely has its moments. I don't understand, and whatever. I don't understand why the exhibit hall is 4 hours.
Yeah.
And at least in the last location, you were sitting in a lobby with these little tiny chairs and these little tiny tables trying to set up meetings, or you're at the bar, or you're in the crammed cafe that was right there. So I'm and this place, Jason went. I think it was after Gen Con, they took a road trip down. So he was taking pictures and sharing pictures and stuff like that, and it looks beautiful. The place looks absolutely stunning. So
cool.
And you don't have to walk through a smoky casino to go to the fucking bathroom. So it should be good.
That is the best part about it, frankly.
My God.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that part was really bad.
It looks beautiful. The place looks gorgeous. So, and now it's even better that it's a block away from the 2 things that I want to do on my trip. So
I was like, maybe he's already looked around and seen that those things are literally a block away, but yeah.
Nope, haven't even looked.
Yeah, I looked around because I was looking, because of course I don't have a spot in the Galt, unfortunately, because it was too expensive to buy last minute. So I am about half a mile away, which is less than optimal, but it's fine. So as I was looking around, I was trying to figure out, where's some of these other things, and I found lots of very cool, fun, and exciting things that are there. So
cool. Well, you'll be the tour guide, and I'm looking forward to it.
Exactly.
All right, I'll stop stalling.
All right, here we go. Let me present so that I can share my
Awesome.
screen.
Does this have anything to do with an artist named B?
Oh, it definitely does. It 100% does. Yep, for sure.
Fantastic. I'm not
Yeah,
putting on. What is this?
Chris is coming in. He said just to fix something, so it's fine. Don't worry.
I'm not.
All
I'm
right,
not doing it. I'm not doing it. Nope.
here we go. Are you ready?
No, because I don't. I'm not adding him. What are you doing? Am I putting him
There.
on? I'm not putting you on camera, I assume.
No, you don't have to put him on camera. He just let him in so that he can adjust things. I guess. I don't know. All right, and whenever you're ready, my super secret surprise is available to share.
I see our faces. I like the background just changed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Chris is fixing some other things too. So.
Come on. What is he doing? I'm looking in the brand.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is there another? What is that?
Just background was boring, that's all.
Yeah, uh-huh. God, I hate you so much. All right, fine.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Look at that fabulous picture. Now, this is going to be part of our thumbnail. So now every time we have a "This is the play," this is what's going to be there. Now, let me see if I can when
Is that a
I click.
Malort pin on my fucking lanyard?
So when I click into there, do you see that? Are you able to
Yep.
like yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. And so you'll see that there's a Malort pin. Yeah. And then what's your name say there?
The specialist.
Sure does.
Yep.
Sure does.
God, I
Yep.
hate you.
Yep. And then let me see if I can do this effectively without
I do like
doing
the
something.
shading on that green. That green and purples. That's fire. That looks real good.
And do you see that?
The Malort?
No, right. What's above the Malort?
Oh, the pin?
No. What's above like the Malort bottle is pointing to something.
Oh, the shirt. I didn't see
Yeah.
that. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I couldn't put you in a pink shirt and not make it a little manly.
I don't
Or
mind the pink.
uh,
That's a good color.
yeah. You had already this hat right here was part of an outfit that you already had. These are your Robert Downey Jr. glasses,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then we have our specialist right there, my shirt as usual, and then my necklace that I wear all the time. She got even that in there along
Yeah.
with a mini Dave, and then of course Dave there as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this will be beautiful and will now be our new thumbnail for all of our shows.
That looks great. The hat is from Vast Grim.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's an RPG. Brian, just an awesome person, did this. It's this universe, this Vast Grim universe in the Morkborg, whatever.
Okay.
And Daryl, Adrian, and I are working on a game in that universe. So that
Nice.
the colors of what he did there is that nice pink that I have the game. It's that nice pink, and then he does this like blue, this really like tealy blue. The
Okay.
contrast of it is awesome. So I love that
Nice.
hat.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, she did a great job.
Yeah, that looks
I'm
really
like
good.
stupid impressed with it. I absolutely love it. I think it's perfect. And I have my little like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
good.
is killer.
Yep. So then to the right of that will be the game that we're going to play with words and whatever, and that'll be editable text that we can throw in all the time.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So there we
Wow,
go.
she's good. She's good.
Isn't she great? It's just
Yeah, yeah.
amazing.
That's
So
killer.
there you go. That's your that's the second secret surprise of the day. So
Is that it? Is there more?
I mean there might be. Just for right now, that's all you need.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So is it in here now? Is it part of the? No.
Um Chris has it, so I don't know if he's loaded it in or not, because technically we could change that. This is the play logo up in the right-hand corner, but yeah. I don't know that
I don't see it.
the artwork, I did send both of them actually to Chris. I didn't send him like the really good files for the one that I just showed you yet, but I did send him one, so he has something.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You know, I'm your co-host on this show. Yeah, Chris is my co-host on the Monday show. Like, you could have shared that with me.
Yeah, but when I ask you like, hey, can you do X, Y, or Z? You're like, oh yeah, Chris can do that. So I went right to the source.
Yeah, I don't think I can do. I mean, I could try to do it, but I would most likely fuck up everything.
So it's easier for me to just go, hey Chris, can you? And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I sent it to him, he said, in fact, he was like, hey, I'm actually really busy. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it by Friday. And then when I sent it to him, about 5 minutes later, he said, it's done. Great job.
That's great. Well, Chris, thank you for setting that up. That was awesome.
It was awesome.
That looks great. B, I gotta send her a thank you. That looks killer. That is
She did an amazing job.
tremendous. Yeah, that's really good.
Yep. Yeah, she's working on a full template for us so that it's super easy to put the thumbnails up. But once we have that, it'll be even easier. But for now, I can like work my way through a boring thumbnail until we have something prettier from her.
Right. All true. That's great. Yeah, that looks really good. Well done. Nice surprise. You still suck, but nice surprise.
Well, I mean, it's no Dave, but it's close.
A Dave was something that was purchased in a store as a almost a gag gift. Like, there's no way I can't leave the store without it now. That actually takes a hell of a lot more thought and time to do. That was a purchased gift. That thing that is being made is way different.
It's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. Well done. Looks awesome.
Thank you. And B did an amazing job. Super. Like, seriously, if you need an artist for your game, you have to wait because there's a lot of people in line.
Don't let anybody know about that. No. Don't say
Once she's finished with our projects, then she can roll on to one of your projects. But yeah, she's amazing.
She's great. She just recently went to art full time. She left her whatever job, whatever that was, and is doing that full time now. So, and she's great. She's really great. She's a good person, but she's a great artist. So
yeah, she truly is. She's just a incredible artist, a really great person, and just so easy to work with too. That's like, sometimes that's the hardest part with artists, is that they're incredibly talented, but they also, because they're so talented, they're also like socially awkward and weird in weird ways, and just hard to work with because they have their own creative brain and they have to go the way that they want to go. B's like, what do you need? And it's amazing. She can pull out of you what you're looking for without you even asking. It's amazing. She's an incredible artist.
Yeah, finding a good artist that's good with communication and is timely, and yeah, it's hard to find.
Yep, agreed.
That was cool. That's cool. All right.
Very good.
I don't know if you're going to top that. I'm just saying.
That one's pretty awesome. I have to agree.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
There are some things that are still in process, but that is probably one of the greatest things I could have done. I agree.
Between that and the T-shirt that's coming in March,
I
don't know how that's going to be replicated.
Permanency for those is definitely the thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There are things in the works that are definitely not permanent that will be very interesting.
Yeah, like your Malort dessert dish thing.
It's called a Malorcuterie tray. Okay.
No, that's awful. It makes me want to vomit.
A Malorcuterie tray, for those of you who don't know, is the beautiful, fragrant.
Wait. Take a step back.
Okay.
What is Malort, for those that don't know?
That's where I was going with it. Is that Malort is this amazing thing that you get in Chicago, where it is a what's the best way to describe it? It is a spirit that is created by what is, some sort of wood, like wormwood, I believe is what it is. They create the spirit by distilling something with wormwood, and it creates that sensation and beautiful bouquets and aroma of pledge and Old English mixed together. And then, like, imagine grabbing a grapefruit and throwing the fruit out the window and just rubbing your teeth with the pith of the grapefruit skin. That is what Malort tastes like. And it is a Chicago tradition. Originally, it actually was really injuring people. It was quite gross. It was very disgusting, and people hated it in Chicago. But eventually, they figured out how to make it, and it was quite good. It came over from the old world into the new world here, and it's a tradition now. So if you know anyone from Chicago and you talk to them about Malort, they will know exactly what it is. And generally, it is given as a gift from a person from Chicago to someone outside of Chicago. And the tradition is, if you are gifted a bottle of Malort, then that bottle stays with whoever was gifted it, and they must, like, drink it with their friends until the bottle is gone. Uh, that is the worst thing you could do to anyone you care about, honestly, because it is
Well,
just
unless their name is Jason, because Jason fucking loved it.
okay. Yeah, well, pour it down to Jason. That's the thing. No, you're not allowed to regift. It's like the worst version of a what's that challenge where you like hand someone the beer, and if they like pull something up and there's the Smolson ice or whatever, um, you're icing someone. And like if you hit the doorbell and you put a Molson ice on the stoop and then you run away, and then someone opens the door and it's there, they're like, ah man, now they got to drink the whole thing. How do you not
I've
know
never
this?
heard of that, and I feel like, how many friends do you actually still have?
Maybe it's just a college thing from my college days. I don't know. That's possible. It's definitely possible. I mean, these are fraternity days, so
Yeah, sure, sure.
for sure. But yeah, I got gifted a bottle of Malort because someone from Chicago came and filmed with me, and oh man, that was the worst thing ever. And then I was like, I'm never drinking it again. And then at someone's wedding, I had to, because that it was their wedding day. I can't not drink it.
But you're
Man, that's
not
just
from
rude.
Chicago, so you don't have to gift it to anybody.
No, no, but once you get gifted a bottle of it, then you've gotta drink it with people. And I love the tradition. I mean, I'm really close. Chicago's only like an hour and a half away. So I'm almost from Chicago. Even though I'm in Michigan and there's a state in between myself and Chicago, it's kind of the same thing. I mean, I'm like, we're connected by the lake. That's really what I'm also connected to Wisconsin. So there's that too.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
so that's how that happened. And then of course I had to gift Mike one because, you know,
You didn't
why not?
have to. You didn't have to.
I didn't have to. So to be fair,
To be fair.
my West Secret Surprise for last week was supposed to be me going to Chicago and actually touring the Malort facility, where
No.
they make Malort. But unfortunately, no one wants to be the tour guide there, so they don't have tours anymore.
No shit.
I kid you not. They don't have anyone that is hired to actually, like, they've tried to hire someone to be the tour guide at the Malort factory, and no
Yeah.
one wants to do it. It's been vacant for like 8 months.
Oh my, that should tell you everything you need to know about Malort right there.
I was just like, "Really? Nobody's doing it?" They actually do have a Malort festival, um,
Oh my
that
god.
is like, there's 3, it's a block that they kind of shut down, and they just have a whole bunch of Malort stuff. Um but yeah, and then someone in the Discord group found this girl who's from this lady from Chicago who's a baker who had made this Malort pie. So I then reached out to her and I was like, "Hey, I want to make my friends some things that have Malort in them." Because we did this whole thing once already with Malort and we tried to make it taste good and we just couldn't. Um, so is there any way that you might be able to make, like, some cool things that maybe food with Malort would be better? And she said, I love this idea. Um, that's really exciting. And she brought up the idea of like, hey, so it's like a charcuterie board, but with Malort goodies. And I went, yes, that's exactly what I want.
You can't put Malort and goodies in the same sentence. Unless
You
they're goodies.
I mean, they honestly are. She's a professional chef who makes really wonderful things that aren't Malort related.
I
She's
believe it.
tainting everything that she makes with Malort, however. So I don't
Disgusting.
know if any of this is going to be good or not. And I told her, I said, I don't expect any of this stuff to be like super edible. Like I don't know that any of us are going to go back for seconds. And she's like, oh yeah, I know. That's why it's a charcuterie board. So it's a one, maybe a 2 bite at most thing.
Good. That's promising. That sounds awesome. When is this happening?
Well, if you say that it's okay, the plan is for it to happen in April. But if it's inappropriate, then I will do my best to see if I can make it for March.
No, like I said, April should be fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sick.
I mean, not sick, but it's going to be unique.
Yeah, unique's a good word.
Hmm. Yeah. I've she's already sent me her like 4 of the things that she's making. I I'm already massively impressed and super excited. So it's gonna be great.
Oh, it's disgusting.
The Yeah, so the worst part about Malort is that it's not like it's a bottom shelf liqueur, okay? It's $24 a bottle.
Right.
So it's insanely expensive. Plus, you could pretty much only get it in Chicago. In theory, there are places in Michigan that do carry it. I know there's a place in Detroit that carries it. For better or worse, which is literally what they wrote on their Facebook page was, "Hey, we have Malort for better or worse."
I reached out to my a friend of mine who's in the distribution. What are they called when they're
Like alcohol distribution?
yeah, it's like liquor distributor.
Mhm.
And I said because I was gonna try and find it to get people whatever, and he's like, yeah, we can't sell that shit. Like we don't carry it, we can't sell it.
I mean, why I don't even know why anybody in their bright mind would buy it unless it's literally just for the Chicago handshake. So,
Right, or something that we've done like the
right,
yeah.
just kind of ridiculous.
Oh god. Well, I was looking forward to hanging out with you. Not not so much anymore.
It's gonna be
Ugh.
great. Don't worry.
It'll be an experience. It'll definitely
It
be
will
fun. And we
that
can
will
find a
that it
place
will
where we can
100%
actually
be.
we can find a place where we can stream it too, like we did with at Level Up with the goodies that Dina made
Mhm.
us. They were great.
Yep.
Ugh, that
That
sounds
first night, man, that's when it should all go down, that Friday.
yeah, we could do it that night. I don't see why not.
Sounds good. Because the tray will only last so long.
Oh,
Because
true.
I'm staying in an Airbnb,
Yeah, yeah.
so I also have to bring it in like a cooler because I won't have access to the fridge because it's like I'm staying in someone's house.
Right.
So,
Are you getting in that Friday?
that
Yeah.
Thursday.
You're getting it Thursday? Maybe we do it Thursday night then.
Sure.
I don't know who else is gonna be there though. We wanna well, it
Well,
also
we
depends on how much there is. Like, is it just you and I or
I told her enough for 5. So that way in case someone wants to go back for seconds, we should be good. So we can do all 4 of us.
one? That's not gonna happen.
You
2,
never know.
no. 2, I know. 2, I don't think Dave and Di get there till Saturday.
Really?
Yeah, I think. It might be Friday night. So, we'll check with
Okay.
them.
Okay.
If they were watching, we can ask them, but
Yeah. The I'm sure we can figure it out. I mean, worst case scenario, you probably have a fridge in your room, so we
yeah,
could
I
throw
think
it in
there
your
is.
room.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
should be a fridge in the room.
So
Cool. Alright, well,
nothing
that's good.
is bad if it's not super refrigerated, so should be okay.
Right. Okay. Alright. Well, You want to move on to playing stuff?
Absolutely.
What do you want to
What should
play?
we play first?
Roll a die. Even, Sequoia, odd, Dandelions.
Okay. It is 2. So Sequoia first.
Okay. There you go. Oh, that's not the one I want. Hold on. Is that the one I want? No. That one? I guess that's the one. I can move this down a little bit, I guess. Right? Cool. Well, that works. All right, so Sequoia, which you have not played, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So I will teach you Sequoia. I want to get the 6 out of the way of the lettering. Okay, that should work. All right. So welcome to Sequoia. This would be a harder one for us to. Why is comments all the way up there? See, this is where things start getting weird.
That is really weird.
My comments thing is up underneath where it says end stream. And it just moved when I changed screens. Huh. Anyway. All right, so Sequoia. Everything is up now. Even we're up. We're all the way up. I don't see the logo. What is going on? There we go. That was weird. All right. Because I see myself just hitting end stream at some point when I go to the comments.
That would be really bad.
It would just happen, yeah. All right, so Sequoia is 2 to 8 players, 2 to 5 players. It has an expansion that you can bring in a 6th player, I believe. The idea is it's area majority. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to roll our dice. You have 5 dice, so I'll roll them on this 4 here, right? Okay. And then what you're going to, and you'll have your own dice. And what you're going to do is you're going to pair them up. So you'd put 2 in one and 2 in the other. One won't be used every round. Okay. The pair that you do will get one of your Sequoia trees, one of your pieces. Okay. We're going to do 10 rounds of this. So, for instance, if I did this, I don't know if you can see that, but this is a 4 and that's 9. Okay. So I'd put a 4 there, and I'd put one. I'd put one on the 4 and one on the 9. Okay. And then the other player would do whatever they did, and then when everybody's done, we'd roll the dice again, and we'd pair them up somehow. I would probably do that, and doubles are good. Maybe I'll go back. Well, that was a 4. Maybe I'll go back to the 9. So when we're ready, we'll reveal. This is a 12, so I'll put that on the 12, and I did a 9 again, so I'll put that on the 9. So now I have 2 on the 9, right? Okay. After we do 10 rounds, we will have a bunch of our Sequoia bits on these areas. We'll start with the 2. Whoever has the most, not equal, whoever has the most, clear majority, will get one of those number 1 tokens. Whoever has second most will get one of those number 2 tokens. And these are, and I'll shuffle these up, but these are points. They'll go, I think, anywhere from 2 to 6. Right? Okay. And then these are second place points, and they go anywhere from 1 to 2. Okay. So if you have the majority, you're obviously going to be getting more points. Cool. If there's a tie, let's say number 4 happened and there was a tie, and since we're only playing 2 players, you're either getting first or second, right? Sure. We'll skip it and go to the next ones until they're all resolved. And then anything where there is a tie, we will continue to do a roll-off one at a time, only being able to place on where we have a token until the ties are broken. Okay. I like it. So, for example, I cannot place on that 4 with what I rolled here. Uh-huh. So if orange had played, like there's a 2 and a 2. So if orange was able to play that round and I couldn't, boom, they broke the tie. They get the first place points. Okay. We'll do that until everything is resolved. I like it. Mostly makes sense? Mostly makes sense. All right. As Daryl says, clear as mud. Clear. My grandfather used to say that all the time. Says it every time. I'm starting to say it more now. All right. I'm going to shuffle these. All right. I need 5 dice, right? You need 5 dice. Okay. 5 D6s. And I will do this. And I'll put these next to those. I'll put these on this side. I know where every one of these are, so I know exactly which ones I'm going for. Good.
Okay.
All right. First roll. And then obviously I can't see yours, you can't see mine, but then when you tell me what ones they are.
Sure.
All right. Okay. I'm not on camera, am I? Yep, I am. I'm good.
All right. Which do we say 1 and 1 or what?
No, like I'll put mine up in the screen so you can see them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got a 2 and a 10.
I got a 10 and a 6.
Okay. So you're on 10. So we're already battling on 10 and you're in 6. Good?
Okay. Yep.
Do it again. I'm good.
Okay. No, hold on. Okay, now I'm good.
I've got a 10 and a 4.
I have an 8 and a 7.
And a 4. You have an 8 and a 7. All right, do it again.
Okay.
I'm good.
5 and an 8.
5 and an 8. You're shitting me. So I went 5 and 10.
Okay.
All right, do it again. Okay.
5 and 10.
Really? Coming back on the 10s, huh?
Yeah.
Double 7s.
Ooh. Okay.
Do it again. Interesting. Okay.
10 and 4.
Really, a 10 again?
Yep.
Stop it.
Is it even now on the 10 or did I just pull ahead?
No, we're even now. I went 6 and 11.
Okay.
Do it again. Huh. Okay. All right, I'm good.
10 and 3.
Stop it.
I keep rolling all these 4s.
I went 10 and 3.
Did you really?
Yeah. God. All right, do it again. That was crazy. All right, that's interesting. Okay.
11 and 4.
Wow, that's different for you. You okay?
Yeah. I could have done a 10, but I figured,
Well, I went 10 and 8. All right, do it again. I think we have 3 more rolls.
Okay.
Interesting. So this and this. Okay.
I have 3 and 9.
Come on. 3 and 9. I went 9 and 8. I hate you. All right. 2 more. Interesting. Okay.
10 and 7.
Stop with the fucking 10s. 10 and 7?
Yep.
I hate you so much. I got 2 and 10.
I can't get a 2 to save my soul.
I can't get 2 6s. All right, this should be the last one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm missing a pink. What? How was that? I counted them out before the game.
I think the 12 isn't actually mine. I don't remember calling 12.
Oh, that would be the pink.
Yeah. So you can take that one off.
All right. That makes more sense. Did I roll? I rolled. Did I roll? Yeah, because these are not my numbers. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right. And that or that. I'm good. I'm good.
I don't have much of an option here, so I'm going to go with 10 and 9.
Oh, it was 11 and 4.
Okay. I definitely could not have stopped either one of those.
You got what? 10 and 9?
10 and 9, yep.
So I did forget, if you do roll all 5 of the same number, you're supposed to shout Sequoia.
Oh.
And then you can put the dice on any numbers you want.
Nice. I didn't do that. The best I got was 3 of the same.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll start at 2.
Okay.
Hey, Brett. We'll start at 2. I know you had sent me a text message about what we were playing, but my phone is set up, so I couldn't text you back. But right now we're playing Sequoia, and then we're going to play Dandelions after I beat Wes at Sequoia. So 2 I got.
Yep.
Put these back in the center. So I get the first, and no one gets the second. 2 is done. 3 is yours.
Okay.
So you get first place. I'll put these out here. You get first. No one gets the second. I'll put these in the box. How about that?
Okay.
Nope. Don't look. Okay. You got first. I get second. 3 is done. 4 is tied, so 4 will stay. 5 is you.
Okay.
For first, and me for second. And 5 goes away. This is tied. This is tied. This is tied. This is you for first. I don't like this. And I get second. 9 is done. This is a mess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we tied.
Really?
Yeah, tied.
Got it at the last part.
And then I got first on that one. You got second on that one. That's your second. 11
Nobody
is done,
got 12.
and 12 had nobody.
All right. So now when we get to roll, but we can put it on any of the open ones or
You
just
can
on that one tile.
Actually, I'm pretty sure 12. That's interesting. So you're only allowed to put it on ones that are. If there's a tie, no. Tiebreaker turns. After scoring all forests, players involved in any ties play another turn. New tokens can only be added where a player is tied. So I think 12 goes away.
Okay. It's not like I'm going to roll 2 6s or anything. I'm going to roll all 5 6s right now. That's exactly what's going to happen.
First and second place points go to the players with the first and second most tree tokens in that forest. That's scoring. That's all it says for scoring.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say 12 goes away.
That makes sense because you've been taking the other ones away. So
All right, 12 is out. So now we're only allowed to place on those numbers.
4, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Yep. So 4, 6, 8, 10. So very even.
And
And
7.
7. Lucky
Right.
number 7. Which, if you're
Okay.
playing Don't Stop, comes up more often than the others. Apparently, 10 was the hot number on this one. No
Apparently.
mountain goats. No mountain goats. This one's way better than mountain goats. All right, so we'll go roll by roll, and then we'll score.
Okay.
All right, so we roll. And depending on
Okay.
whatever you rolled, you can place. Maybe you don't place anything, or you only have one pair you can place, or you can play 2 pairs.
Okay. I can play 2 pairs.
Okay, so can I.
Good. So 8 and 6.
Stop it. That broke 2 ties. All right, so you got 8 and 6,
Okay.
and I've got 4 and 7.
Okay.
So that breaks these ties up
I
right away.
debated 7 very hard, but I was like, nah, 8 and 6 is better.
All right, so I get this. You get that. You get this. I get that. These go away. This is mine. This is yours. This goes away. And you get 8.
Uh-huh.
And I get second place, an 8. All right, so the first one to break the tie on the 10.
Man.
Ready? No cheating there.
Yep.
We can't see
No
you on
cheating.
camera. I got it. All right, good?
Yep. I can't do it.
I got 110.
Dang it.
That's all I got. All
Yeah.
right.
I got 9s and 3s.
So that does that.
All right.
So
How
now,
many number 1s did you get?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So that means you have 1 extra blue chip than I do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct, I do.
Yep. That could be what takes it, but you never know because there are different points underneath, right? So
Wait, how did I get 1 extra? Oh, because I was on one that you weren't.
yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
on one of those chips.
Well, the blue ones are just 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
So you got
So
1, 2, 3, 4 points there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points there.
uh-huh.
So
That
I got the
sucks.
2. But these vary, right? These could be 2 to 6. So see, there's a 2, there's a 3, there's a 6, there's a 4, there's a 3.
Ugh,
You
those
got
are not
10,
those are not
6, 7,
sixes.
8, 18, 19, 20. You got 22 points.
Okay.
That's my favorite number. Hopefully I can beat it.
You can't beat your favorite number. You have to just cheat now to not win.
There's a 4, there's a 5, there's a 5, there's a 4,
Ah, you
there's a
killed
5.
me. Jeez.
21, 4, 6, 79, 29, 22 to 29.
Pretty good. It's very good. Nice. That's a good game. It's
I
fun.
love it. Super quick.
Yeah.
It says 20 minutes. No, it says 10 minutes on the box. And it plays up to 6 with the expansion.
Yeah. I can definitely tell with more people it's even more like ridiculous. So
And I've never played with it. Where's the other token? I haven't played with it, but there are negative tokens
oh.
that are in their first place. I don't know what they do. I haven't played with them yet. So that is Sequoia.
Cool. I like it.
Super fun.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really,
I have to say it
really
like I like a lot of stuff that AllPlay does because it's easy to teach, it's fun to play, and it's quick.
Yep.
So if you've got extra time, throw them down. It's really good. It's good fun.
Yep. Also, the forward thinking of the color blindness, right? You got the different Sequoia bits are in different shapes.
Yep.
The negative value tokens. There's a partnership variant, so you can split into teams.
Oh, see, that was the problem. We should have been playing teams.
We should have. So before setup, replace one 3-point and one 5-point token with the -4, -5 token. Okay. Randomly pair the -1 point, the -1 point, -2 point with the -4, -5. Okay. Randomly pair them. Interesting. Okay. Randomly deal the second place tokens to forests with positive first place tokens. When scoring forests with negative point values, give the worst token to the player with the fewest trees. And the other
Oh,
tokens to the players with the second fewest trees. If there are ties, resolve them. Tiebreaker turns cannot cause players to. Oh, wow. Okay. That's interesting. So if you have the fewest there, you're getting negative points.
that seems punishing. I
Yep.
feel like it would go the other way.
Yeah. I that's why I haven't played with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good fun.
Quick, easy.
Yep. It's good fun.
Oh, you do that. Ha. All right, we want to move over to you now, yeah?
Yep. And I have my camera plugged in, so it can't die on us.
Yeah, something will happen.
Probably. I mean,
Something
it's
will
inevitable.
definitely happen. All right, so we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go there. There you go.
Why is it all like way out of focus?
It feels neglected because you haven't been using it.
That's better. Okay. So this is Dandelions. Why is that not even like straight? Woo. The way that Dandelions work is we are both Dandelions, and we are in the wind looking to spread our seed across the countryside.
I need
There
dice
are,
for this, don't I?
yeah, you need 11 d6.
11.
11, yep.
Holy shit! Does it come with 11 dice per player?
Yeah, it sure does.
Well, I should not have put our dice away then, huh?
Yeah, so you have 11 d6, and then what they tell you in the game is actually to like blow on it, like you're blowing dandelions into the wind, and then you just spread your dice across. And then as you look at them, you then now have the opportunity to use them to count spaces. So this is just a pure movement dice counting thing. So if you have a 4, you're going to move your pawn 4 spaces. The space that someone is on counts as a space unless that person is at that particular location that you're trying to go to. So in this instance, if I had a 4, here, let me
Yeah.
switch these. There we go. So I can move 4 spaces. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can't land on the same person, so I'm just going to go 4 more times. So I would then go 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I would end here. Okay.
So you get a
Now the
benefit if you can
secret,
time it right.
exactly. Now the secret for this is going to be when you use a die, wherever you finish, you spread your dandelion seed onto that location. So now I have an orange dandelion seed in spot number 2. This one here is spot number 1. It's kind of hard to see with the glare. This is number 2, number 3, number 5, and number 8. And the reason for that is because those are end game points. Whoever has the most die in those locations will score twice for each of those things. First, you score for the number of what is it here? You score for the total number of dice times the garden number. So if I had 5 dice on number 2, it would be 5 times 2 is 10, right?
Okay.
And then obviously down here, 5 times 8 would be a lot. So it would
Right.
be that number, 40. There. Then you have the total number of seed. So the seed itself is actually the pips on the die. So you would then, the second part is the pip sum of the player with the most die. So if I had, whatever 3 dice on here and they were all 2s, I would score 6 points for this, regardless of the number at the location. But
Okay.
it's only the person who has the most scores.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. But everybody counts for the garden. So regardless of how many you have on each individual petal or each different land type, everyone will score for that.
Okay.
and then you count all of that together, and then whoever has the most wins.
Okay.
Okay. I will use orange for you, and I will use green for me.
And is it private, like secret information? You don't know what I rolled. I don't know what you rolled.
Not necessarily. It's okay if you see it, but these are very small dice, so generally speaking, people don't know.
Okay.
But there's no technical secret information here.
Okay. Well, yeah.
All
Same
right.
with Sequoia. You roll, but you're supposed to hide what you have.
Yeah.
All right. So should I roll on camera then?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, it's not on camera because we don't have a camera thing. So perfect. Okay.
Correct. All right. So then you can kind of separate them out into the piles of the different numbers and stuff that you have. Oh, by the way, if you land in this very first spot right here, if your piece actually ends its turn there, you re-roll all of your dice.
Okay.
So, and if you get all the way to the very end, it loops back to the front. So I
Okay.
will let you go first.
All right. So if I understand correctly, if I use a 2 right now, I would move 1, 2, and then drop the 2 on that number 1.
That is correct.
All right. So I'm gonna. That's interesting. So I'm gonna use a 5.
Okay. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means you're going to put a 5 on number 2.
Right.
Okay. I would love to use a 4 so I can get a double move, but I don't have any 4s. So I'm going to use a
That's good to know.
5.
Thank you, West.
Yep, I'm going to use a 5 as well and put myself right there.
All right. And you say you count the space that an opponent is, or no? You count it,
Yeah,
but you can't land on it.
correct.
Okay.
So like if you were to play a 1 right now, you would actually move 2 spaces because you move, if you land on the person, you move your total number again.
Right. All right. Well, why don't we use a 4?
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll
Yeah,
put
Bob.
a,
It seems like this is going to take 11 turns because we have 11 dice.
yep. Okay. I'm going to use a 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then move 3 more, which takes me to here. Boop. Oh, I forgot. The backside actually has dandelions on them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I would also like to use a 3.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and re-roll all of your dice.
Is that mandatory?
Yes.
Even the ones I've used?
Not the
Oh
ones
no, I
that you've
can't because
used,
they're on the board,
because
right?
they're on the board. Yeah.
Okay, rolled.
Okay. I am going to move 2 spaces so that I can get to here.
Huh. All right. Let's do um let's do a 5.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now that is your second 5 there. I'm also going to use a 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, no, I want to use a 6. I'm going to use a 6 so that I then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to here.
That's good. All right, let's use a 4.
Okay. Let's see. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I'm going to use a 3 to get me to there.
All right. Let's use a 4.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to do a 5, which brings me to here.
Interesting. I'm going to do a 2.
Okay. A 2 takes you to here and you re-roll.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good roll.
I'm going to do a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes, we haven't had any issues with it yet. I forgot there's one part. Like technically speaking, when you put your 5 on this, forgot one thing. When I put my, if I put my 5 here, right? If there were any 5s from you there, I would then push it forward or backward. I forgot about that one part. It
Oh,
only
so you're
happened right
yeah, what
here.
happened there?
Yeah. I can't remember who did it first or who did it last.
I went first and that's where I landed. So one of my 5s would be over on the 3.
Yeah, or pushed back here, which is what I would have done.
Yeah, but that's not what I
Otherwise,
said. I said push it on the 3.
right, yeah, I heard that, but that is definitely not what I would have done.
All right. That's interesting.
Yeah, so if you use the same number as another die, you get to push it. I forgot about that part. Apologize.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Why don't I use a 5?
Mm-hmm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now you get to take one of your dirty orange 5s and push mine to the 3. Since that
No,
was what you wanted so
you
badly.
didn't do that for me. So I'm gonna
No?
do.
All right.
Yeah. And does that cascade? Like, does that mean the 5's there move or something? Okay.
Just the one.
Okay.
Well, I think we all know what I'm gonna do here.
Play a 6 and reroll your dice.
That's probably a better plan, honestly, than what I really want to do. So yeah, boop, putting a 6 here and then re-rolling the rest of my die.
Cool.
Okay.
So
3 more turns.
I'll use a 6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That goes here. Where would you like my 6 to go? To this one?
No, to the 2.
To the 2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll take your 5 and ties for total number is whoever has the lowest pip score wins if it's tied in number of dice.
Okay.
So I don't really want to do this because it then makes you win it, but I also have more pips than you, and I really don't want to give you all those extra points in the 3s. But it's only 3s. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have that one. That was probably dumb.
I'll agree. So
right now, just in case you can't see it very well, you're winning this one
yeah.
because you have more dice. I'm winning this one because I have more dice. You're winning this one because you have more dice. I'm winning the tie because my pips are lower than yours. And I'm winning this one because I have more dice.
Right. What happens if there's a die tie on the 1 spot?
Whoever has the fewest pips on their dice wins the spot.
Let me rephrase. What happens if I place a die on that first pedal that matches a die that's already there? Where does the die get pushed?
It can either go to the 8 or to the 2.
Well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that sucks.
Yeah, if you're moving a 5 there, that would be really good for me.
5 or 6.
Yeah.
Huh. That stinks.
Yes.
And how are the points? It's going to be the number of dice times the pedal it's on?
Yeah, so the first set of points that we're going to do is the total number of dice times the pedal that it's on, and that is scored. Let me double check on the exacts here, because I believe when you score, so each die scores points equal to the value of the garden that it's in. Pips don't matter. So regardless of who has the most, it doesn't matter. It's all about just having dice there. You score that number no matter what. Then the
Right.
seed score is the individual pips on the die, and it's whoever has the most die scores their seed value, which is the pips on the die. And if there's a tie, then that goes to the tied player is the one with the lowest sum of pips on their dice.
All right. So either way, that's gonna be how that plays out. So let's move. Let's play a 5.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're putting a 5 here. And that means that you're then moving my 5s to the 2 or to the 8.
Oh, both of them, not just one?
Oh yeah, both of them.
Oh, fuck that. I thought it was just one.
Nope, all 5s. So if there were like multiple people playing and you can only have up to 3 people, but let's say there was a yellow die was playing as well and there were 5s there as well, you'd kick all the 5s out.
All right, no, go back
2, 3, 4, 5.
and take a 5 off that board. Yeah. I'm gonna play a
Okay.
6.
You're gonna play a 6. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Because that's only bouncing one of your die.
Because then that would only bounce one. Yep. So you
Right.
want to bounce it to here or to the 8?
Well, the 8's gonna give you 8 points. The 2 is gonna give you 2 points, correct?
That's correct.
And then it's just gonna get you 6 points for your seed.
Correct.
But that's gonna be no matter what.
Right.
So yeah, it's going on the 2.
Okay. Well. Mm-hmm. See, the problem is that messed me up.
Good.
Yeah. Because what I really wanted to do was to knock your 4s down. But knocking your 4s down means that they're going to then be tied with my dice. And I have more pips than you. So you'll win that one. I think it's still the smartest play, though, because then I would win the bigger one and take 6 points away from you. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to put my 4 here. Both of your 4s go down to here. And who knows what you're going to do next anyway. You're definitely going there with 5s. So
Yeah, so you know I'm playing a 5.
yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which now means you have to get rid of one of my 5s so you can move it up to there or down to here. I
I'm
assume you're
moving
going
it
to put
down
it down.
there because I have majority there. Yeah.
Yep. All right, and then I'm doing a 3, 1, 2, and 3, which puts me there. And I have those. Okay, so now
Huh.
we're going to do the scoring. So for the sprouts, it is the total number of die times the pedal. So
Okay.
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1 is 5. So good job.
No, that's not good job. Don't patronize me.
No, that's good. It's 5.
It's not. It's not at all.
I only got 3.
You got 16 for that last pedal. Don't tell
I'm
me
talking about
5 is
that.
good.
Then here we've got you have 1, 2, 3, 4 times 2. That's 8. Very nice. And then I only got 2 times 2, so that's 4.
Great.
Okay, and then down here you have 1 times 3, so that's 3. And then here I've got 2 times 3, so that's 6. And then here I have you have 1 times 5, so that's 5. And then I have 2 times 5, so that's 10. And then on the last one, I don't see any dice there, so I'm going to put a 0. And then and then the last one's going to be 16 for me.
Good for you.
So if we just for referencing score-wise, that's where we're at so far.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It's very nice. Yes. So now for the seed, we're going to be look to see who won the pedal. So because you have 5 dice here, you win. So I'll take these to the side and we will then count your pips. Now this is quite a bit actually. So you've got 10 plus 6, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 just on the first one. So that's really good.
Yeah.
On this one, you won this one as well. That is 18. This one, I won this one at 9, not nearly as good. This one, I won at 6. And the last one, I won at 5. I don't know that I have a chance to beat you because you got a lot on one.
Yeah,
So
21 on the first one is probably going to do it.
this is pretty strong, yeah. I don't have my calculator. This is going to be a lot of math. So let's see. 5 plus 5 is 10, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then 26, 32, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, so the top score is 21 to 39. And then we've got the bottom here. That's going to be, you got a 39 as well. And then I didn't get a 39. And I don't think I got 21. Ooh, oh my gosh. Are you kidding? 9 plus 11 is 20. Right? Yes.
Yeah.
39, 21, 39, 20. So
1
you got me
point.
by 1 point.
So
By
they're playing
1
the
point.
6 instead of the 5 was the thing to do.
Yep. That was it. Nicely done, man.
Wow. Interesting.
Yep. Good job. See, you did just fine.
I did.
Yeah. This game really is, it's really, I really enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun playing it, and I played it 3 times in a row just because I was like, wow, this is really cool.
And
And
it only plays up to 3 players?
Yeah, only up to 3 players.
Interesting.
Maybe there's an expansion or something that I don't know about, but the box literally says 2 to 3 players.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Fun and exciting game.
Easy to teach.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to understand.
Yep. All the things that AllPlay does well.
Yeah, they have good stuff.
I think there's a lot of games going in the market that direction, honestly.
There's definitely a bigger separation now. I never changed the thing. Why didn't you yell at me? Yay.
Mike, why didn't you change the thing? Good job.
Yeah, that was Dandelions. I think the gap is changing. There's really light and really heavy, and then those hour long, 40 to 60 minutes. They're getting better. Like the games that are in that area are getting better, but there's definitely playing quicker games and more of them, or longer games, and one of them in a night seems to be where things are kind of lying, and then that middle ground is, I don't know. Most of the games are starting to lay in there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really nice target is to have like a 45-minute game that you can set up and tear down in like 15 minutes. So if you have an hour, you can play.
Yeah.
I think it's a really, really nice target zone. But I still love my big, heavy games, man.
Sure.
They're fun.
Yeah, it depends on the night, depends on who you're playing with, what you feel like, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you want to play back-to-back Dandelions and Sequoia, and sometimes you want to play Terra Mystica.
Yeah, yeah. I played Encyclopedia recently too. That was really good.
You told me
Holy
about that.
Grail. Yeah, Holy Grail is. It's unfortunate they're not with us anymore because that beautiful artwork, man, absolutely gorgeous. Lots of flamingos.
I did just
Really,
see they just launched a Kickstarter, Holy Grail.
did they?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Really? What was the
Yep.
Kickstarter?
Don't remember.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to go look it up.
Yeah, I got a notification of it. I remember going to the page. I don't know if it was like just it was like a card game thing, like I don't, maybe it wasn't games, maybe they're doing something else. I have no idea. But it was Holy Grail. Was it
Cool.
Grail Games? No, I think it was Holy Grail. Now I want to look it up.
Is there anything that you find fun and exciting that's on the old Kickstartery?
I was zeroed out for a while.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe it wasn't Holy Grail because they don't have anything. God, their artwork in there. They had Dutray from Museum. Rallyman is great. I love Rallyman. Huh. Interesting that their last game was called Copan Dying City.
So Grail Games 2024 card game collection.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
it's
Holy
Grail
Grail
Games,
games.
not Holy Grail. Yeah.
Got it. That's interesting. That's too close for me. So yeah, I'm in 5 projects currently.
Yeah, I think I'm in 3 right now. I didn't back anything for a long time.
Yeah, I like it zeroed out because I don't know. I'm kind of getting burnt out on it. There's so many things, and the ones that you want like I want
Everything.
all of the stuff for it. So
Yeah.
it gets pricey. Like Chad's his collection that he did, the import collection that had Hamster Roll and
Yeah.
Dracula vs. Van Helsing, like that. There's some I have no idea what they are, but I'm sure they're not crap. So like I wanted that
Yep.
whole collection, and then Conquest Princess happened. I wanted the acrylics and all that stuff.
Yep.
But right now I'm in Flow, which looks beautiful.
Yeah, I have that one as well. Well, that's I mean that's Fantasia Games.
Yep.
So that's well, technically it's Pika Games, but it's the same people, Fantasia, who did Endless Winter and Unconscious Mind, which I think Unconscious Mind's probably going to be my new favorite game when it comes out. I played it once; it was amazing.
I need to play that.
Love it.
They did. Wasn't Fantasia the ones that fixed Sweet Mess?
I don't know.
I thought they were the ones that came in and helped out Sweet Mess because I loved Sweet Mess. I'm looking it up now. It was Big Kid. Yeah, Fantasia.
Okay.
So that it was quite literally a mess, right? They did the campaign and then, oops, and then they came out with an announcement that Fantasia kind of just stepped in and did their thing, and the game's awesome. It looks.
Yeah.
If you go back, I'm looking at the Kickstarter now. If you go back to what was there, and then what Fantasia did with it, it's beautiful. They did such a great job making that game so much better than what this mess would have been. Nothing against Big Kid, like I hope everyone's okay, but they came in and did a stellar job at making that game good.
Yeah. I
But yeah,
like a lot of what Fantasia does. I think they make some really cool, interesting, crunchy games that are great.
Yeah, I like them. I got Flow. I'm in on Cascadia Rolling. I think that's both games at $19 or $35 for both of them or whatever. I like Cascadia. I'm curious to see what they say a flip and roll in right is. I try not to look in, like I don't know. I should look more into games, but like I believe in what they've done. I like all the games that they've made, so why wouldn't I like this one? That's kind of my thinking.
Yeah.
En route, which is another flip and right game, or is that the flip and
Yeah.
roll one? No, that's just they're calling it a stroll and right game.
Yeah. So I have Express Route, which I think is by the same people.
It's yeah, crowd games.
Yeah.
The same one. What was the game we just played that was crowd? Oh, Ganesh was crowd.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in on that. They just funded, so good for them.
Mm-hmm.
Everstone?
Everstone. Which it sounds from I knew it's familiar because I've looked at it, but I don't remember which one that one is.
The art looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can share. Shaw. Window. Nope. Tab? Why is it not? Oh, it's not loading. Hold on. Internet. Come on, man. Do your thing. There you go. Window. No, I don't want that. I want to share this. Why won't you share? There it is. Nope. What? Tab? Nope. Entire screen? I don't want to do entire screen. Maybe I jumped the gun?
I have one to present if you are still fighting with it and you just want to let me do the one.
Oh, I'm definitely fighting with it.
Okay,
it's not
good.
letting me do the tab. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was just late, I guess.
Weird. Everstone.
Yeah. Love the art.
Yeah. Looks like a little Romani village or whatever. That's cool.
Northeast, they're New Hampshire, so that's good.
Okay. Nice.
But I don't know. It just the dual use cards. I like the idea of dual use cards.
Sure. Cool.
I don't know what's going on there, but I want to know. I want to know it. So
yeah, we back with our eyes, right, Mike?
Yeah, look at that. Like, yeah,
That's
I want to
pretty.
put gems in those circles. Why am I putting gems in my reserve? I don't know, but I want to do it. Yeah, it looks beautiful. It looks like it's well laid out. I like the components. I like what it's doing. I like the art.
Yeah.
So I jumped in on that.
Did that say $50 for a back?
59 for that.
Nice.
It's that and the retailer level. That's all they have.
That's awesome.
Right? Nice and simple. Like you're either doing this or you're doing that. If they have some add-ons or they do some like fancy bag or whatever wooden bits, I'm in. But like that looks cool. Look at the knife in the middle of the map there, holding the thing down.
That's cool.
Yep. Influence, reputation. Yep. All keywords of stuff I like in games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm in on that. And then how do I not do that anymore? I could stop. There we go. And then I don't know if you know about this one. I'm very much looking forward to this. Present. Take your fucking time. Oh my Lord. There it is. The Presence.
I haven't seen this one yet.
Oh, this one looks great. It looks so good. I mean, this should be better. Like just can we play their we can play their video, right?
I wouldn't see why not.
Look at that.
So it's like a mansion that you're working through, huh? That's cool.
Yes, but so everyone's like some sort of investigator or something that's been called to this mansion for a thing.
Okay.
One person is the spirit and they cannot talk. They have to influence the people that are there to believe in them, and they are either good or bad, and you don't know. And they're trying to lay their seeds out there to be like, no, you need to trust me. Like, I'm here to help you. And then either you pull the trigger and sacrifice everybody or become the traitor, or you really are trying to help people. And they don't know because you can't talk.
Interesting.
It looks wonderful. Here, let's see if
that does look really cool.
In a place that time forgot, where the walls speak of tragedies past. Lost souls linger, restless, abandoned. You may enter, but do not expect to leave. Something has brought you here. Welcome to Right Watch Manor. In the presence, you will take on the role of the visitors, unaware of what awaits you at Right Watch Manor, or the spirit stirring from your long, dark slumber. As a visitor, you do not know if you can trust the spirit, or whether it will turn on you. As the spirit, you know if you're good or evil, but you may not speak to the visitor players. As visitors, you will navigate the old manor, looking for clues by candlelight. You will attempt to uncover the horrifying events of the past, the secrets that bind the spirit, but also give it its power. As the spirit, you must earn the trust of the other players and aid them in their search for the truth, or plan for the right moment to trap them forever. Time is ticking, and soon darkness will be all that remains. The presence.
That looks really cool.
Right? Like, come on.
That looks really cool.
That looks awesome. That looks absolutely awesome.
I agree. That looks really cool.
Right? It's got mansions, it's got Mysterium, it's got so many things that feel good about what you're doing, but you could be good. But you can't talk. So it's like, just trust me. And your play has to be like seeding stuff so they can find out the clues and be like, oh no, we can trust them. It's got like that stuff of legend, right? Where you're going to start accusing people for no reason, but really everyone there is Team Boy, not Boogeyman at all. And you're just like, I think it looks awesome.
It does look really cool.
Yep. I'm very excited for that one. I forgot who the so it's Purple Lantern Games, and they're out of Sweden. It's their first created. They backed not a ton, 40 something.
That's still a lot for first time creators usually.
2 to 5 players, semi cooperative, and it says hour and a half to 150 minutes. But like the timer, the sand timers that are the cards, like even the back of that is like, so it's aesthetically pleasing in this game.
Sure.
It looks great.
No, that looks really cool.
Yep. I love the art. I love the top down view in the mansion. And you're going to be going around doing some things. Like, it looks pretty cool.
It does look really cool. I have to agree. It looks really cool. At first I was like, oh, it's a lot like Mysterium. And then no, it's not. That's cool.
No. Yep. Yeah, Caesar's Empire, I think, was a little bit of a sleeper there, too. Those are good ones. Yeah. Kohaku is beautiful. If you can get your hands on that. Bob, if you end up turning your back on your deluxe edition of Kohaku at any QSCon event, it might end up missing. I'm just saying. Might. All right, you got something up. Should I bring that up?
Yeah, you can go ahead and throw that one up.
I feel like we should add this as like a banner. Like what are we looking at? What are we? I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll plan that out.
Could be something we talk about for sure.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to play this game at Level Up, and I know what everyone's thinking. Oh, it's just another Pictionary. I don't like Pictionary. It is not one of my favorite games. I'm a terrible drawer. The reason this game is on my list of things to like check out and look at, and I don't know if it's going to fund or not. It's got plenty of time, but it's not trending in a positive way, unfortunately. But it does something that's really, really unique and very cool. And basically, you get 3 cards on your turn, and everybody's drawing at the same time. So you're not trying to guess anything, but you get these 3 cards. Each card has a word on the card. So you draw whatever you believe that word is, and whatever the easiest way that people are going to be able to guess that word. Then everybody takes their 3 drawings, and then they put them into the pile in the middle, and then you shuffle them up or whatever, and you put them down on the table so everybody can see everybody's drawing, but you don't know who is who, right? Oh, in theory, you know which ones are yours. That's the most important part.
Right.
Now, you take those cards, You shuffle those cards up, and then you flip them over. On the other side, there's a riddle. Now, that riddle does technically work for the word that you just drew, but if you're not good at riddles, or if you drew that thing in a different way based on a word that you saw, like if the word was water and you drew like a waterfall or something like that, but if the riddle was referring to something other than like water directly, like maybe water from your body or something like that, right? Now people wouldn't necessarily be looking at that waterfall, but something could be talking about gravity. And now that waterfall looks a lot like it's a potential of gravity, right? So when we played, I actually got one of my drawings wrong. I guessed that my drawing was specific for something that I didn't actually draw it on.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, it's ridiculous. The game it's very, very unique. It's very different. I was really surprised. I love checking out indie games. I like checking out new stuff, things that are out there. There's a couple others that are going to be at GAMA that I'm super excited to see and play again. But this one was something that was a sleeper on the table. What I didn't know is that Dr. Finns is the one who actually created this game. So if you know Biblios,
Yeah,
which is like number 400 or whatever on the BGG rating scale, he actually is the guy who co-designed this game. So
that's
this
cool.
is so this is his first foray into something that's like way outside of what he normally does.
Yeah.
And another guy, him and Mike were the ones who created this game. Mike was a super nice dude. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Huh. Yeah,
So
it sounds
I
neat.
backed it. Yeah, thought it would be super fun and really cool. I hope it manages to fun, but if not, I hope they come back and try again because it would be it's very, very different. And then I'm also backing Flow, and then I have Thunder Road as the other one that I have Thunder Road Vendetta already, the Maximum Chrome edition. And with this, they add in a new carnival, so which is exciting. This aspect here of like a derby where you're like running in and smashing into each other instead of just trying to win a race and move back and forth. So I'm
Right.
kind of excited about that too.
Cool.
But yeah, so that is what I'm into. And I'll probably end up not backing the game that you just showed me because you'll have it so I can play with you.
I think that's what it's going to be called.
What's called? Oh, that's what I'm into. All right, I like it. Oh,
Huh. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I know I got something else this week. I don't remember what it was, but I know I got something else. It's not here. I must have brought it downstairs.
I know I got Paleo Vet last week as well.
Oh, I had such a horrible experience with that game.
Really?
Yeah, I played it at the Niagara game with, I don't know if Brett's still watching, but Brett and his buddy.
Okay.
And I know it won Game of the Year, and it got like, I never heard a bad thing about it. I heard it was great from a lot of people. And then we played it, and it fell so short.
Really?
It didn't feel good at all. Like the way the cards were coming up, the way the dangers were happening, the way we were trying to get our tools, like, and they're like, no, this usually doesn't happen. I'm like, I get it, but like it happened. So that's not good.
Huh.
So I don't know if it was just we
bad
didn't
luck
play
of the
anything
cards.
wrong. It could have been the outlier of the perfectly unstacked deck that you want. I don't know. It fell wicked short for me, and I was looking forward to it so hard.
That sucks.
Yep. But yeah, so they released a new thing.
Yeah, I had a similar experience with Holotype, but I found out I was playing it massively incorrectly. So
That's a good one too.
yeah, I really like Holotype. Once I played it correctly, it's a fantastic game. Yeah, it's a fantastic game. And I thought it was weird because the designer Brett, like he's a mathematician basically, like so he has all these things laid out on the spreadsheet for how everything should work. And it didn't make sense to me that what was happening was happening. Like it was really bad. It was a bad experience that I had with it. But then once we read the rules again, I did not read the rules. This was a game taught to me, and it was taught to me incorrectly. So once I actually played the game, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And that has I believe that has an expansion coming out here very shortly.
Yeah, I think it
So,
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that happened with me in Art Society. Have you played Art Society?
I've watched people play it. I haven't played it myself.
I love it. I love the puzzle. I love trying to fill up your wall with the pieces. I love the selection and how everybody gets to choose what's going to be up on offer, and the whole bidding system, right? You have 1 through 20 and you only got one of them. And when you use it, it's gone. But when we played it, and I played it again the same way I was taught it, that the one thing in the game is when whatever is left over. So if there are 4 people, there are 5 pieces of art in the center, and everyone bids on one, and there's a leftover one. That leftover one, whatever value it is, there's values of each of the paintings. It puts its value up on this track, and then you'll get points based on which one's high. They become more valuable, right? But when we played it, the one that was left over only increased that track, and then it was tossed. It was out of the game. But the rules say, and it was funny because just before Niagara, I played it, and I made a comment on the main board. There's 4 colors on the right and left, and it's the colors of the paintings. I'm like, it's really weird that graphically they chose to put these colors in there because it breaks up the frame of that nice curio as an aesthetic, like as the art. So I was like, all right, that's really weird. Whatever. We still played the game, and it went well. Then they told me at Niagara, the piece that's not bid on goes on the side of that based on its color, and then you could pick either one of those or one from the pool. So you're never stuck with like a 9 that you can't use if there's like a 2 in there that was left, or a 3 that was left over from turns before. It wasn't taught to us. It didn't. I guess it broke the game, but it didn't make the game feel like It was just like whatever. But yeah, learning and teaching rules is it's a skill.
Yes, it is. And
Bob,
that's awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure that the guys will appreciate that. That was I had a great time playing it, and I always need something for the kids and I to play, and to have it for parties. That's more fun than Pictionary, because I don't like Pictionary. I'm not.
Will it be at GAMA?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. I'm gonna. I did reach out to them to see if something could be delivered to me, like if I could get a copy of it. But I didn't get one now yet. So I'm hopeful to have it in time for Leprechaun.
Okay, cool.
So for March.
All right, that'll work.
Yeah,
it looks like something fun to play. Also, it's 20-something days, and that'll be enough time to play it some more and get some feedback and get some more eyes on it.
Yeah,
before it ends.
So that was my hope.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right.
No, that's I had polyomino games and me don't get along very well. I think it's because I'm just not a very good spatial direction person, and I play fast and loose all the time. So you have to think ahead so much with polyomino games, and I just don't have patience or time to do it. But I'm interested in Art Society because of the bidding mechanism, and because of what you just said, that like there's ways that you can get around stuff.
Yeah. It's nice. I'll bring it. Probably not this weekend, but there is something there's something cool about it. There is a puzzle factor to it, obviously, but they're not polyominoes, right?
But you have a board that you're filling out.
They're just squares or rectangles.
Yeah.
So you don't have like a weird L or a weird T.
Yeah.
You just have these long rectangles that are either go vertical or horizontal. You have these squares, and then you have these ones that fill in gaps and stuff. You get a bonus 5 points if you fill in your entire puzzle, but those 5 points, I haven't seen it done in any of the games I played. The worst thing is in each of the corners, there's a -2 spot. And at the end of the game, if those aren't covered, you'll lose points. So you could actually potentially lose -8 if you don't cover up the corners. So that's more important than trying to cover in your whole board.
Sure.
You can do it, but it's very complicated. It is a puzzle. It's a polyomino puzzle, but it's more of a spatial puzzle with rectangles and squares than it is a T and an L and a fucked up 5 shape. Like,
Yeah. That's the thing for me, is like I don't normally enjoy the L's and the T's and the fives. Because I don't know, my brain just doesn't work that way.
yeah.
But I'm drawn in by art society because I love art. My mom actually ran an art gallery when I was a kid.
Oh,
So
no
she ran
kidding.
a framing store that had an art gallery attached to it. So I got a chance as a kid to like have a lot of art in my life. So I really do enjoy that. And I think making a big giant wall of art is super cool and very interesting looking.
And all the art pieces are like well-known pieces of art that were
Hmm.
drawn by the artist to like be in the style of. So like there's the girl with the pearl earrings.
Okay.
Like you know that that's the piece, but it's drawn
Sure.
like a little bit differently, right? There's something more modern to it. It's neat.
Nice.
It's really well done, especially if you know art. Then you can see the different pieces and be like, oh, I know that that's the Scream or something.
Sure. It's one of the reasons why I really like modern art, the Simon game. I think
Yeah,
that one is really well done with the bidding mechanism and stuff, because it uses real artwork.
yeah.
And there's wieners, lots of wieners in that game.
Well, there's the soundbite for this episode. I got Chris on Monday saying I'm going to throw up, and now I got you saying there's lots of wieners. It's fantastic.
It's been a good week, right?
It's been a great. This is probably the best week ever.
Yep. I as far as next week goes, I may, depending upon when we do the live, I may because you're still going to be driving back, right?
No, I get back Wednesday.
Oh, you're leaving Tuesday?
I'm leaving Wednesday.
Wednesday early morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I plan on still being able to do the live. I just have to I have to talk to my stepmother, um, because I'm probably gonna end up doing the live in her house because
Oh,
I'm going to
you
see
staying out
her.
there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go see her for a couple days and then head home. So
Cool. All right.
yeah,
Well, if we got to pivot, we got to pivot. I mean, whatever time.
yeah.
Just
I mean,
I'll try and set it up. I probably won't be able to set it up Wednesday. Either I can set it up tomorrow before I leave, or from the hotel, or I can set it up Thursday. As long as we know what time. I'll
yeah,
put the time on the whatever on the StreamYard. But
sure. I mean,
cool.
she's only like an hour away, so it's not like I'm driving that far.
Right.
So because they live in Richmond, Kentucky.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
An hour away from the
from
expo.
Louisville.
All
Yeah.
right. Gotcha.
Yep.
All right.
And let's see, the Mary Todd Lincoln's house is in Lexington, Kentucky, I think, which is also really close. And because she's a Todd, I happen to be a Todd. We're related. So I get to claim being related to Abraham Lincoln by marriage.
Right. Which
Yeah.
means you get to go
So
to that museum for free, I would assume. Yeah.
I don't. I know that my uncle has gone, and I think they let him in for free. But yeah, I think that would be kind of cool. So
Do you
it's
have
one of
like
the
a
things on my list.
unrelated card that you get to pull out?
No, but I do like to talk about it because I think it sounds really cool. And it kind of covers up my Southern heritage a little bit, even though I do still love the South. But when people are like, "Oh, Southerners are terrible, racist people," I can be like, "Hey, I'm actually related to Abraham Lincoln, so not.
Right.
I'm good." And no, most of my Southern family are wonderful, incredible people, and I love the South still. It's a very warm place. I like the cold though. The North is nicer for the climate.
Yeah. Yep. The South is way too hot.
Yeah, I don't do well in heat.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it. They just live in air conditioning.
Yeah, I lived in South Carolina for a year, and that was rough. Like how in the winter we don't go anywhere and do anything. because like the cold burns your face. Well, it's so hot in the summertime, you don't go anywhere and do anything. You just stay inside. So they just flip seasons. That's all. They go out and do everything in the winter and they stay in the summer.
Yeah, but I much prefer the winter because give me 0 degrees, I'm fine. It's the wind that gets you.
Yeah.
So it can be 0 and I'll go outside. It's there's no issue whatsoever. It's when it's windy and it's cold, that's the worst. But like even
Yeah.
then, in the cold, you can always put on another layer to stay warm.
It's true.
In the heat, you can only take off so many layers before you're arrested.
Exactly.
There's a big difference there.
That is a huge difference.
Right.
Yes. I don't recommend getting arrested. Not
No,
fun.
it's usually a bad thing unless it's for a good cause. I get it.
Yeah.
But I do not want to be naked in public.
No.
Hot
No.
and sweaty and naked in public? No, that's not something I want on my record.
Less entertaining.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, and then God, what would you do with that information? Jesus. I don't want to give you that nugget of joy.
It's like the guy who did the Coney 2000, when was it, 2002, Coney 2002, where it was all about like take down this Coney guy from in Africa, and then what we were supposed to do was to pay money for these Coney bracelets and all this extra stuff, and then you got the guy, they raised like millions and millions of dollars, and then come to find out they didn't like I'm probably spreading falsehoods here because I don't remember everything exactly, but something to the effect of it wasn't what everybody assumed it was. Like most of the money didn't actually go to help the people in Africa and take down this Coney guy. And then one of the founders kind of like lost it and then ran around naked, was jumping on cars and stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Coney. Yeah, I'd love to look it up. It's Coney something something or other. It was a big thing for a long time. It was in the early 2000s. Um,
That
I
was
think it was
so
like,
long ago.
I know. It's like 20 years, man.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't want to talk about that.
yeah. You don't want to have one of those moments?
No, no, no. When you start thinking about the 90s being closer to the 50s than it is to where we are, or some shit like that. I've seen that stuff. Doesn't make me feel
Yeah.
good.
No, no,
No.
no. I do really like those history things though, where they go, oh yeah, like what is it? Cleopatra lived closer to the landing on the moon than the building of the pyramids. You're like, what? No, that can't be right. But yeah, in
Yeah.
fact, it was.
Yeah.
Or that the first fax machine was developed in the 1800s. That was
Ah, I
crazy.
didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, 1880 something.
Huh. The thing I can't get over, it's really weird, is that gum was found accidentally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually glue. They were trying to make glue.
And here
Right?
we are just chewing on glue.
Basically, glue that never I mean, it does solidify, right? If you leave it out, it gets hard as shit. But
Yeah,
yeah, literally, it was glue.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Stupid facts that will not leave my brain. Something more important had to leave to make room for that information, right?
Yep, that's very true. That
My
is
dad
very
always
true.
said my dad would meet people all the time, and he's like, they're just people you don't care about. Not that you're not inhuman or a negative person, but like you meet somebody and you're not gonna remember their name because you're never gonna see them again. But like
Mm,
when you do remember their name and you have to remember their name, that means something got shoved out of your brain, right? So when you learn stupid information, that means something had to get bounced, and you don't know what that is because you forgot it.
that's right.
But now you know this stupid fact of some dumb thing for the rest of your life.
That's a horrible thought because there's so many dumb things that I remember and so many things that I was forced to memorize
Yep.
that I wonder all the things that I could have remembered had I not done that. My
Uh-huh.
uncle had one of those photographic memory things,
Oof.
and he you could give him a book and you'd say or turn to page whatever and tell me how many periods are on that page, and he could, like, you just give him a moment to look at all the different pages or whatever, like the first 10 pages,
Yeah.
and then he would have it 100% and he would get it every single time. And then he would go even deeper. He'd say, okay, well, I can tell you that there's 12 periods on this page. There's also 7 S's and 10 nines or something. Like it's so weird.
Oh
It
my
was the
god.
craziest thing. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
See?
Well,
That's why we shouldn't be drinking this, West.
Chernobyl. Yeah. Interesting.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, fun
love it.
facts, fun stupid facts that will never leave my brain and stuck there forever, forcing me to
Mhm.
not remember why I walked into the kitchen tomorrow. Like,
Yeah. Yep.
yep,
Always.
at least once a day.
You- Yeah. Yeah. So Bill Cosby used to say that when that happens to you, you should sit down because your brain went to your butt. So if you sit down, it'll go back up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could also be the roofies.
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be. That's why I had to sit down.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens at least once a day. I'll
Mm-hmm.
find myself going, why am I here? What was I
Mm-hmm.
doing? And it's
Yep.
not new. It's something that's always happened. It's not like that old thing where it's like, oh no, Mike, you're getting old. No, it always happened to me.
You've just always been old.
Always been old.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fair.
Yep. Remember, growing old is inevitable. Growing up is optional.
Correct. And growing old may suck, but it's way better than the alternative.
I would not want to be growing younger.
Or dead would be the alternative to growing old.
Well, no, growing old gets you to dead. The alternative.
True.
Well, I guess the alternative.
Aging sucks.
Yeah, aging. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I thought you were going like Benjamin Button. I'm like, well, it'd be cool for a little
Oh,
while,
no.
and then it would get real bad.
Yeah.
Imagine you hit a
Yeah.
point, like you hit 50, and then you start going backwards. Like you get there, and that's that, and then you start going the other way from 50.
That would be a crazy idea for a movie, because then you could have people that meet and one of them is 20 but the second time.
Right.
And so like how when you're meeting people, they're getting older or are they getting younger? Like which version of 20 are you?
Huh.
Would you end up segregating people because of it, or would they self-segregate because their life experience is so much less?
Well, what would you do if you met a 21-year-old on your way up and they were on their way down? Now you're 25 and they're 16?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Uh-uh.
There'd have to be some funky laws going on with that scenario.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. And the rates of mortality would change massively, because you would have people who are technically 70 but they're actually 20 dying maybe of things. Or do you still get healthier on the way back down?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what would be you turn into a fetus? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Like, do you
Yeah, but
just
see, now
eventually go away?
this shit is now in our head, and now something that's important
Something just
just
left.
Yep.
Dang it, Mike.
Yep. Yep. You're gonna be thinking about it later. You're gonna be thinking
Yeah.
about that timeline and that trajectory later,
Yep.
and that means something else moved out of your head, something important. And
Mhm.
tomorrow, right now, you don't even know what it was that left. You have no idea.
Yeah. That's unfortunate,
Yep, that's sad.
because I'm definitely still thinking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
Well,
I'm thinking, like, where do you go from there? And it would make an amazing story. Like, Benjamin Button was cool, but like, this is a whole world. It's one of those Black Mirror stories,
yeah.
where you change one thing and how does that change the world?
Yep. Yeah,
The bo-
that's Yep. Or like American Horror Story would probably do something like that.
Yeah.
Make it just uncomfortable enough, right?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, that happened.
I'm gonna tell one of my writer friends this whole story scenario, and give it to her and be like, "Hey, write a book about this because I want to read it."
Yeah, seriously. How would you? I mean, it'd be fascinating to see how you do that workaround.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to have so many. There'd be so many weird laws. It's just like that Justin Timberlake one about time where they've
I
got like the time
love
on their
that
wrist.
one. Yep.
Yeah. That's such a really crazy idea and such a weird movie. And one of the things that is so subtle and so unique about that movie is the speed at which people live. Their life is determined by the time that's on their arm.
Yeah.
And like that, it didn't sink into me until they were literally having that conversation as someone says, "Oh, like you must be new time." And he's like, "Yeah, why?" And she goes, "Because I've never seen anyone eat that fast." And
Yeah.
then it hit me in that moment as well of, "Oh, well, yeah, because, if you only have so much time left and you're always worried about running out of time, then yeah, you don't want to spend much of it eating. How bad is that?"
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah. That movie was great.
Yep.
I liked it a lot. Whatever. I don't know how well it was received. It was a fun ride.
It was a fun ride.
Yeah.
It's a very, very different, very unique movie.
Yeah. That's good though, because everything else is just some regurgitation of something that you've already seen, right? There's like, what was I talking to DeVito yesterday? He's like, there's 6 main storylines and they're just redone and redone, and you want to find that one that's not redone.
Almost every single movie you can trace back to one of William Shakespeare's uh, plays.
Oh yeah,
Almost every single movie I've ever seen, you can like condense it down into, and it's usually one of 5. So, but yeah, that's the messed up one.
yeah, that's crazy. It's nice when they're the outliers still trigger, right? They're not too
Hmm.
funky. Where you're just like, this doesn't like that human centipede, whatever the fuck that movie was.
Yeah,
Right. Like it's not that bonkers,
yeah,
but like just a little bit off. Like you can still kind of get around the idea that there's people in power and money's making whatever, but money is this, and you still get around all the normalcy of what you're familiar with, but then they throw that whole thing at you and you're like, oh yeah, this is different. I like this.
hmm kind of like, what was it, Walrus, where the guy gets genetically mutated into a walrus at the end of it.
What?
Yeah, and it has like real actors in it too. It's not like some human centipede with no bodies. Did you ever see the movie Accepted?
No.
It's got that actor in it. I know I mean, if you saw his face, you know him. I just never remember his name. I'm terrible with actors' names. Um, but yeah, it's like the whole point is that you can be genetically mutated into something else, and someone, for all intents and purposes, steals him and turns him unwillingly into a walrus. It's very strange. It's a weird, weird movie, but like turns him against his will into a walrus.
Nope.
I watch a lot of weird indie movies as well.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Nope.
I used to work for Blockbuster, man, so all
Same.
all the weird like inside stuff is crazy.
Yeah, they were all garbage.
Almost all of them were. You're
Yep.
right.
I did too. I was a
Yeah.
manager for a while at 2 stores.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I don't know. I was in 2 stores. I only had one. I managed 2 different stores eventually,
Yeah.
like as far as I went from one store to another store.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fun time.
Hmm. Until I got robbed at gunpoint, then it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yep. That was the end for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll shake it up.
Hmm. And they weren't willing to put security in at the night shift. Every other store around us was closed at 6:00, and except for the Walgreens and one other place, and they all had armed security starting at 5:00,
Right.
and they all closed at 10, and we were open until 1.
1. Oh,
Till 1
jeez.
in the morning. Yep.
I think we were midnight.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, that was it. That's enough.
Yep. I was like, all right, I'm good. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah. No, that's the
Yep.
worst. I fucking hate that wall. Redoing the wall for the new stuff and it's loose alphabetical. I hate it. I hate it. That's why my games aren't organized because of that shit. Seriously.
It was my favorite part.
No, that was the worst. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare to do that.
It was a
The
nightmare.
QSCon library, if you look at those racks aren't alphabetized. They're not grouped or anything. Because when you get a new game and you want to put it in, then you got to move the whole fucking thing to make room for one. Nope. I did that for too long.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Yeah. No, I think it's I really enjoyed the wall. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was my project every week. I was excited to do it because I love to see how to fit things in, which is odd because I hate polyomino games, but it's
Yeah.
different because I'm not building out a polyomino. I'm starting with something and I'm subtracting things to be able to put stuff into the wall. So to me, that was fun. And then you get to put it into the old movies. And what I would generally do is I'd put it into the old movies, and I would find some way to get one of the old movies that I really wanted, and I would buy that old movie.
Oh, yeah. Because you would price it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $4.99 or whatever the hell. Yeah.
Yep. I had a really nice DVD collection and VHS collection for a long time.
Yeah, same. I mean, I still
Yeah.
do. I still have a ton of DVDs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
All right. Let's call it.
Yep. It was a good game night.
Yeah, it was fun. Those are I like Danelions. I like Sequoia better personally, but I like Danelions. That was a fun it was a fun puzzle. Trying to get your dandelion to land on something for that trigger is interesting, but having control of that, I thought having control of that 8 point was gonna do it for you. And really it was all the points I got for the seeds on the 1.
Yeah, that's really weird because in the 3-player variant, it never would have happened.
Yeah, it's way more overlap, I would assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
The 3-player game is very, very different than the 2-player game. It's interesting. I'm interested to try it. Like if you want to play it again and play it as a 3-player variant, it's a very different game.
Yeah, I played it again. Yeah, I didn't dislike it. I like Sequoia. I like the feeling of Sequoia better because there isn't that planning of I want to use my dice. You are a little limited to your dice, but I guess it's that same kind of feel. But you are trying to trigger on that person, and if you don't have the right dice, there's nothing you can do about it. And then that whole moving dice, like getting everything out of there when you land on it, geez, that's brutal.
Yeah,
it's a good one. I definitely play it again.
Yeah, I like both of them a lot. I think I agree with you. I like Sequoia a little bit more, but I do like both of these games a lot.
Yeah, they're good. Mountain Goats. Brett was saying it earlier. Mountain Goats. There was Sequoia, Mountain Goats, and GPS came out in the same 3-pack that they did. And Mountain Goats just felt like it left me wanting to play Can't Stop. Right? Like it's got that roll, push your luck kind of thing. And then if you're at the top, the Mountain Goat, like you go back down to the bottom and it's the first one to do whatever. It had that same kind of feel, but it just made me want to play Can't Stop instead. There's not that much more to it, right? You just set up the board, you get your dice, you start rolling. And I think Can't Stop, maybe Can't Stop stays much longer than Mountain Goats. Mountain Goats is definitely quicker. And Can't Stop could overstay and get boring depending on, how many times you're rolling numbers that don't work or you push your luck too much. And there is a turning point in Can't Stop where it's like, well, I have to push my luck because there's no way I'm going to win because you're like 1 away or whatever.
Right.
It just made me want to play that one instead.
I even think sometimes that Mountain Goats overstays because it's just like there's just a few too many coins or people don't try to stop the game.
Right.
Like because if you play Mountain Goats I don't know. The way I play Mountain Goats is I play Mountain Goats to the point where at the top you're trying to take all those different coins, right? So
yeah.
you hit the 6, and you stay up there for every time you hit a 6, you get to take another coin. So I always push it and go, I'm taking all of the small stacks of coins as fast as possible so that I can end the game as quickly as possible, because otherwise people end up getting more points, or they figure out that you can score a lot if you stay at the bottom and you just keep staying at the bottom, because it takes for so long to get back up there to get you knocked off.
Right.
Those are really like the two strategies I've seen be very effective. So I always push in game very fast. And when
Yeah.
people don't push in game very fast and the game takes longer than it should, that it does sometimes get a little bit long for me.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons why I thought Sequoia was really good, because there wasn't a, like, it doesn't matter how many times you play, it's always going to be roughly the same amount of time, because it's how long you roll the die, it's how long you put the things out. So it doesn't, that part doesn't seem like it's going to change,
Right.
other
Yeah.
than like ties.
Same with Dandelion too. It's 11
Yeah.
turns. You roll your dice, you select them. You have more to choose from. So at the beginning of the game, there's more choice. But
Yeah.
in the middle and the end, you're trying to land on that other person. So those dice become a little more important. So there's a little bit more choice there. With Sequoia, you roll your 5 dice, you pair them up. So it's very limited to what you can, like, you're either doing this or that with these dice. And then you put them out there. And the thing is, well, where am I alone? What's still open? Where am I tied? Like, where am I putting stuff out? So there's still stuff to think about.
Sure.
But it doesn't overstay. I don't think it's never overstayed for me. It's always been quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're good.
Yep.
Cool, man.
All right. Always a pleasure.
Always lovely. Got a big long a big long day of gaming tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that.
Oh, nice. What are you playing?
Playing with the Rundown Boys.
Oh, those guys. Jeez.
Yeah. I have no idea what we're playing. I just want to play. So
Nice.
you know me, just looking for playing games.
And then I'll see you Sunday.
Yep.
And I'm sure we'll get some time in. Hopefully
sure.
a game or two, but we'll get some time in.
Yeah.
Over in Kentucky.
Yeah, man.
Cool. All right. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for my surprise, you shit.
You're welcome.
Can't believe you got Chris to come into the stream and do stuff.
That was awesome.
That's crazy. All right. Thanks for watching. See you in Gamma. And we'll be back next week with another show of playing stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob. You too.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
See you guys. And the right buttons.